Hi everyone, welcome. This is perfect. This is very perfect because I'm online. Everything is working, and we can start with the slogan that you can see here. And it's we can start. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. Okay, people. Wait a minute. Okay, I think that everything is working. Hi everyone, I'm Peter from Peter's English Podcast, and this is my Ramble episode. Yes, people, this is my Peter Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode, and the main option, the main thing, the main goal of this 1 hour Ramble episode is to simply talk and talk and talk and talk and talk until the end of my days, no, until the end of 1 hour because I want to stream and I want to stream and record my 1 hour live stream uh, for 1 hour without any kind of preparation as usual. And this is Peter's Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. Welcome, hi everyone. Now I'm feeling like like in the radio. It's like radio show because this is something totally new for me, but I did it. I can tell you the whole story. Yes, I think this is the best start. I have to explain you everything, what happened and why I'm here and why I bought everything, because this is Peter Sunday 1 hour ramble episode. I want to ramble for 1 hour without any kind of preparation, as I said 100 times before, and I want to survive. And the main goal is practice my speaking skills in English, because this Peter's English podcast is about practicing my speaking skills in English. And Peter just said, sit down and don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. But I feel perfect now because this is much better than before. Okay, people. Hi everyone, I'm Peter. I'm 35 years old. I live in this Slovakia with my parents, and this is, as I said, 1,000 times before Peter Sunday 1 hour ramble episode. And I cannot, I cannot move my mouth from my new mic Shure MV6, because this is my dynamic microphone. Is not condenser Logitech Blue Yeti like before, but that was too sensitive. And but okay, Peter, just tell the whole story. Okay, people, it's everything started the last Friday. N- uh, Not last Friday was the Victory Day. No, people. Everything started the last week Friday, when it was 1st May, the Workers' Day. Yes, people, I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 8 of season 3 of my novel, Vira the Vampire Girl Diary, and everything went perfect. At first, I wrote everything. I wrote the whole chapter. I was happy. I was proud of myself that I did it before, and I went to my usual uh, Peter's Peter's English podcast studio in it's the living room of our in of our ground floor of my house. And I can explain you that that my room is the part of the whole house. That means every floor is the home of someone. And that Friday I disturbed the someone from my family. And as you could hear, you can listen to few times the voice, because someone didn't know what happened. And okay, I'm sorry for this, but everything is okay. You don't know who and what happened. It was someone from my family, but okay. This is the past. Everything is okay, and I want to publish it because it's not so bad. And I was very angry because I was so scared that I could listen someone from my family, and because um, I did 400 more than 400 episodes, we found this kind of disturbing of my family, and it was the first time when I discovered that I disturbed someone. That I'm sorry for it. I'm sorry my family for it, and I decided that and the and the biggest problem was everything works okay. The biggest problem works that my mic was uh, in the direction of my mouth. Yes, and the people were in the next room that behind me, and this kind of microphone, Logitech Blue Yeti, is a condenser microphone. It can record. It's so sensitive that it can record everything from the whole house. And this is not, yes, it's perfect microphone, but it's not a good microphone for myself because I live with my family and I don't want to disturb someone, and I don't want to listen to my family during the live streams. Yes, this is normal. And I asked my favorite AI chatbot, yes, again AI chatbot, Microsoft Copilot, and now I feel like in the like real podcaster in the real during the real um, podcast recording, because I'm podcaster. Yes, and I Peter just continue. Okay, and yes, I asked Microsoft Copilot, and it found it on the internet that the best option for me is to change the type of the microphone, and I did it. It recommended to me dynamic microphone, Shure MV6 that I bought. It's my new microphone. It's a completely different kind of microphone. It's called dynamic microphone with USB-C, Shure MV6. It's a professional podcast microphone that is used in studios, in radios, and so on. And it's a very good type of microphone because a dynamic microphone can record only the voice that is uh, of the person that is near the microphone, and it cannot record everyone from the next rooms. This person has to shout of something, and these kind of microphones are not so strong, and that are and these kind of microphones are not so sensitive like the condenser ones. And I did it. I bought my new dynamic microphone, Shure MV6, and I was thinking, Peter, this is not enough. This kind of microphone, your new dynamic microphone, Shure MV6, needs boom arm. Yes, people, because I don't want to be close. I don't want to be close my uh, uh, how can I describe you? I don't want to be close. Uh, I have to be close to my microphone, and I decided that the best option for me is buying a new boom arm that I can connect to my computer table, and I can connect my new microphone Shure MV6 to my boom arm, and I did it. I bought Rode PSA1, and it was a perfect decision because I simply put it, install it to my computer desk, and I installed my new mic Shure MV6 to it, and I bought, is of course USB-C 2 meter cable, because the 1 meter cable, because the 2 meter USB-C cable, 1 meter wasn't enough. Uh, that was Peter, just talk. That was not. That was the part of the whole box of my new Mac Shure MV6, and I decided that I need 2 meter mic, and it was a good decision, and I did it. And the the last thing I bought, and now the funny part, Peter and people, you don't believe me, but I bought anti-plosive pop filter for another ecosystem of microphone Elgato that is Elgato I found on internet thanks to AI chatbots that thanks to Microsoft Copilot that Elgato is a condenser mic, and I have condenser mic Blue Yeti. I don't need to two condenser mics, and I decided to return to it because I went for it uh, to the box in my village from a famous e-shop this Monday. This Monday, and as you know, you can use 14 days warranty when you buy something from the e-shop because I bought everything. This new stuff, my as I titled it, Peter's English Podcast, Podcast Studio 3.0 from eShop, and I decided to return it back. And now I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the money because I cannot use it. I don't want to buy Elgato condenser microphone because I don't want to have two condenser mics. It would be a waste of money because I live in normal house with as normal man in with normal people, and as you know, every house or flat is noisy, and this kind of microphones like Rode or like Elgato or Blue Yeti are condenser mics that are good in studios but not in home. And I decided to return it back, and I did it. And I did it. It was fun, but I did it, and I returned it. And now I'm waiting for the money. I hope that I can have my money back. But I think it's no problem because I returned it back. We found destroying this pop filter from Elgato, and okay, I did it. It was fun, but I did it. And then and then the second fun was that I had to that I wanted to that I want to show you this podcast studio 3.0 of the new generation the last Sunday, 1 week before, but my new podcast studio arrived on Monday of the week A when I work in the afternoon, and it wasn't possible. I had to wait until the Friday. Yes, until Friday, and but okay, it wasn't a big problem because I used my older condenser, my Logitech Blue Yeti. I did it. I waited, and then the last Friday, this last Friday, when was the Victory Day, I wrote, stripped, recorded chapter 9 of season 3 of my novel Mira the Vampire Cult Diary. It's called Victory Day 81st anniversary, the Vampire War in SNP, and this chapter was inspired by the Victory Day and Slovak national uprising. It's called SNP in Slovak, Slovenské národné povstanie, because I wanted to celebrate the fight for freedom against Nazi Germany during the World War II, and I did it because I think we have to remember what happened during the World War II and what was Nazi Germany. That was the regime of evil. But I don't want to talk about this. I simply wanted to celebrate the heroes of SNP in Slovakia because there are heroes. Yes, there are simply heroes, and I simply wanted to show you the work of the partisans in Slovenské národné povstanie in SNP, Slovak National Uprising, and uprising. It's yes, it's uprising, and I was simply inspired by Slovak national uprising, and my story it's simply it's only fantasy fiction created by myself. And yes, my story, this story is full of fun and humor as usual uh, with the historical background, but it's only fantasy fiction. Okay, what else? What we can? Yes, and yes, I explained. Peter, just talk. Don't be silly. Don't be shy. No one cares about you. Yes, people. I'm so happy that the and we can continue. Yes, and I wrote it and I streamed it here. This is my room. It's my room. I don't want to show you because here is a lot of mess. My yes, because I don't have much a lot of free space, empty space from another things of my room, but you don't see anything, and that's great. And I wrote, streamed, and recorded chapter 9 uh, in the end of the Friday of the Victory Day. And why? Because I have to install it all. I wanted to install it all, and I use the help of Microsoft Copilot of AI chatbot, but you can use another AI chatbot, of course. Only I want to explain you that Microsoft Copilot is my favorite AI chatbot. I like it, but it's only my personal choice, and I did it. I discovered, people, that this my new mic. Peter, why you are talking about this so long? Because I want to explain you everything, and it's a good topic. It's a good topic, and I discovered that my new dynamic microphone Shure MV6 it's Android and Windows plug and play microphone. What does it mean? What does it mean? It means that you can simply plug it to Windows or to Android, and and Bob's your uncle. Yes, people, and you have to simply go to the Windows setup or Android setup, and you can simply choose this microphone for recording, and the headphones of your microphone for monitoring. And Bob's your uncle. You have to simply choose the options in the Windows. You don't need anything else. And I did it, but I asked Microsoft Copilot about these Windows settings, and then we went to OBS Studio. That is my favorite podcast live stream software, and I had to change the OBS filters for my microphone, and I did it, and I did it, but okay, I hope that the color is in red, but okay, the color is in red. But what does it mean that the color is red? When the color is in red in the audio mixer of OBS Studio, people, it means that I'm shouting at you. But who cares? But who cares? It's not important right now. We can continue. Peter, where you were? I'm thinking. Yes, I was explaining. Yes, I was talking about the OBS filters for my mic in OBS Studio, and I added it thanks to Microsoft Copilot, and I added it, and I streamed, and it looks perfectly, and it sounds perfectly. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and on Friday I felt like a real podcaster in the real studio. I like like the moderator in the Slovak radios. Yes, it's my radio show and video show and TV show. Yes, it's my own television radio. Yes, in this metaphoric uh, explanation. Yes, explanation, and it's perfect, and I did it. And on Saturday, I discovered that my mic, Shure MV6, has their own software that controls this mic, and I thought that it has advanced options, yeah, like echo and other things. And I asked Microsoft Copilot again, and he explained me what to do. And I was installing it. And I was installing it for 3 hours in the afternoon, and then I realized one thing, Peter. You don't need this software because it's the advanced options are for premium mic. Shure is not. That means it used the same quality of the sound like the Windows setup. And the second thing that I discovered is that, and this is the most funniest thing, that this software app in Windows has to be opened the whole time during the live stream, because if you close it and during the live stream it stopped sending your voice from your mic to the OBS studio. And at the end it's the end. It's the end because why is the end? Because what is live stream, or what is video podcast or audio podcast without sound? It's nothing. And yes, people, I discovered it. And this was the main reason that the app is so complicated and it has to be open the whole time. Is the main reason why I decided. And the second main reason was that uh, my mic it's Windows and Android plug and play mic, and and the software is so complicated, and it's not at its end the software functions. I mean the advanced software functions are not prepared. Oh, my neck. Okay, are not prepared for my microphone. And the second thing, the most important thing, is that this app has to be open the whole time. And I didn't, and I was so angry that I realized that I have to delete this app, this software from Shure, and I did it. And I decided to use only the Windows plug and play system, and I did it, and it's perfect. It sounds perfect, and this was the very very big fun. And okay, I did it, and I prepared it, and I realized then that the sound of my mic is simply perfect, and it's loud enough because I tried the test record here in OBS Studio. I simply started the short record, and I discovered, thanks to my studio headphones Biodynamic, that the sound is perfect. Okay, I think that I can. Okay, we can continue, and that the sound is simply perfect. And yes, people, I had to tell you that. Uh, and I was looking forward to use this new podcast studio 3.0 of new generation, because the last thing is that I didn't want it to move the whole podcast studio like the cat with their little little cats, like idiot. I didn't want it to move the whole studio from room to room, and I wanted to use my room because it has the direct cable connection to my router of my optical internet via electric poles. And I wanted to have stable podcast studio, and now I have. And the second and another thing is that my new dynamic microphone Shure MV6 cannot record the whole house like before, because like the dynamic, like the condenser mic, because dynamic mic is different. Yeah, I'm so happy. And this was the the big story that I told you. And and I explained you my new chapter that is about SNP during the World War in that is during the World War II in Slovakia in 1944. And my chapter 9 is inspired, and it's fantasy fiction, and it's funny. You can read, you can listen. And I discovered that on YouTube I have now my last live stream has 9 views, and it's a big it's a big success for me because I used to have less views, and that's great. Okay, people, this was the whole story. Now I'm feeling like uh, wait a minute, put microphone now I'm feeling like real podcaster, and that's great. And I now people I discover this position, and yes, I can explain you the position. And yes, I did. Yes, Peter. I want to tell you about the monitor because I have gaming monitor out, and I wanted to create 2K live streams, but I realized that I need one type of cable. But I didn't know if my gaming not laptop Asus TUF 1000 can can be connected to my to my Peter. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Just calm down. Just calm down. Let's continue, people. That my new if my new gaming laptop Asus TUF 1000 has this kind of connection, this kind of display port that I can use with my gaming house monitor, 2K monitor that has display port. And because if after trying to connect it via HDMI, I discovered that that my laptop activates only the normal uh, GPU that is not gaming GPU, and I need gaming GPU. But then I realized that 2K live stream needs a lot of free space on my laptop, because the size of my live stream would be very very big, and I didn't want it to use my gaming monitor because I used to have because I used to use uh, um, because Peter just talk because I and don't be shy because I used to use more energy from the electricity, and I think this kind of live stream is perfect. I think that full HD podcast is enough. And now, people, I discovered the position of everything, and I put it my notebook in the front of me, and my arm, not my arm. I mean my boom arm, Rode PSA1 is on the right side, with my mic Shure MV6, and in my Logitech, my and my webcam Logitech. Uh, how is called? I don't know right now. I forgot, Peter. How could you forgot? But yes, I forgot. And my webcam Logitech uh, is in the front of me, and the studio light it connect is on the left side. And now I can simply see myself. I mean, I can see the record screen of my face directly, and I can use this position of my podcast studio for my picture in picture mode episodes. I mean, Viera's story, Viera's universe of Learn English with Peter. And that's great because I can read, uh, and I can have fun. We found having problems. I can simply change the position of my uh, boom arm in this way, like here. I can be here. I can be here, and I can read in this way. But Peter, return. Return your boom arm back because you want to be in the front of your webcam, and I did it again, and I'm so happy that I discovered this position of my whole podcast studio, and now it looks perfectly. In the background you can see my bed. I wanted to but it doesn't matter that you can see this. You can see part of my bed and the mic, the older mic, but you cannot see the title. Who cares? You cannot see everything else. And that's great. In the um, You can see my how it's called in English. Oh, I don't wardrobe. Maybe wardrobe. Yes, I think that is wardrobe. Okay, and that's perfect. And my Ramble episode is perfect, looks perfect, and I can do Peter Sunday Ramble 1 hour Ramble episode with fun problems, and I can do picture in picture Viera's universe stories, storytelling episodes, and learn English and picture in picture learn English with Peter's episode with the help of study and learn about the Microsoft Copilot. We found problem, and I can see now that the sound is perfect. The sound of my microphone is perfect, sound perfect, and everything is perfect. And what else? Okay, people, I explain you the studio. That is, you can see that this is my room. I'm in my room, and my room is now Peter's English podcast podcast studio 3.0 or new generation, how I called it. And now we can talk about the statistics of Peter's English podcast, because now I have total statistics. The total statistics of Peter's English podcast of my Spotify for Creators account are I have I have people 3,177 total views everywhere except YouTube. Yay! Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And we can continue. Wait a minute, my mic. And we can continue. Oh, Peter, don't destroy something. Don't destroy, because this is very important. We are not back. Yes, we are back. We are back. I simply touched something. I I I, I simply touched something, and now we are back. Oh, oh, this was funny. I simply discovered that I people that in the live stream I simply destroyed my mic. I simply moved with the cables. Yes, people, I use USB-C cable that is connected to my mic, with my new mic, and I discovered and I learned a lesson. Peter, don't touch anything because you can destroy it. But okay, we are back, and I didn't panic at all. I didn't panic. I simply connect it again, and everything works great, and I can listen myself, and the monitoring works, everything works. I can see that audio mixer is working. That it means everything is okay. Okay, I can talk, and I can listen myself, and I can see the moving of audio mixer. Okay, I can continue. And I want to return back. I want to return back. I want to return back to my statistics. Yes, I can repeat myself that I have 3,177 uh, total streams or downloads everywhere except YouTube. Thank you guys. And now, people, we can continue with the statistics of Spotify. I think I have 527 total plays or download or streams only on Spotify until now. I don't know. I can have more, but I don't know in this moment. I haven't checked, and I can continue that. The most of the people the most of my audience only for Spotify are women in my age. Thank you, girls, and thank you guys too. And in my age from Slovakia, yay! Thank you. And I have 17 watch hours on only on for Spotify. Yay! Thank you. And now the YouTube numbers are great too, because I have 129 total watch hours only for YouTube. Yay! Thank you guys. And the most audience of my YouTube is Armen. Yes, in my age. That's okay. That's different, and that's very interesting that I have different audience on YouTube and only for and on Spotify, and that's great. And I think that for my YouTube reels, I have more than 6,700, and my my long audio and videos of my podcast have 3,700 total views, and my live stream have 400. I think, I don't know, but it's not important. Is not important. This was my total statistics. And okay, I Peter, simply don't touch something because you can really destroy. It was really funny because I touched the USB-C cable, and I simply move it, and I unplugged it during the live stream. But I discovered what I have to do. I simply plugged. I simply plugged it again to my laptop during the live stream, and everything works. Okay, I repeat myself, I know, but okay. What to do now? Yes, yes, people. Uh, I mean, the first May was the Workers' Day. As you know, people in Slovakia were home because it was the national bank holiday in Slovakia. And this Friday was this Friday, 8th of May, was the Victory Day. Yes, in Europe. Yay! We celebrated Victory Day. I was at home because I don't want to explain you why and so on. You can discover it. Check the internet why I was at home. But I was at home. I have vacation beyond the 1 day of vacation beyond the law. Perfect. I'm happy. I was home and I could uh, relax at home, and I did it. Yes, as you can see, I did it, and because I did my podcast. Yes, it's my hobby. And we can't. And now today is the Mother's Day. People, have you congratulated, and have you remembered that your mother have celebrates today their Mother's Day? Because yes, I do. I did, and I bought a beautiful one bar of big chocolate, and I bought a box of chocolates for my mom, and I congratulated her, and everything was okay, perfect. I'm so happy. And Peter, don't don't move with your cables because you can destroy it again. But you know what to do. You know now you have learned a lesson. You know what to do, and that's great. Okay, today just just I want to tell you, people don't uh, remember that you have your mother in be happy that you have your mother, that your mother is still with you. Remember her, not only today but the whole year, because today is Mother's Day, and Mother's Day is the best opinion for remembering your mother that you have. Yes, yeah, like I remember that I have a mother today. No, no, no. You have to think that you have your mother. Be happy for it. Be happy that you are your parents. Be happy for it and remember them. And okay, what else? What else? Yes, people, as you can see, oh, I've been streaming for 48 minutes. That's great. I can see now that that everything is it works perfectly, and I'm very happy that this is the biggest change of my Peter's English podcast. That it's working. That has been working since 24th of June 2024 until now. And you can see the difference because I remember now I can uh, talk about my podcast a little. I I started why I created this podcast. I don't know if you know, but I can tell you that I created this podcast because I wanted to practice my writing skills in English, because the Slovak English learning platforms like Vyukai Online or jazykový mentoring.sk recommend to practice your English not only one thing. You have to practice your listening skills, your writing skills, your speaking skills, your grammar and pronunciation. And how to practice your writing skill? I simply started to write my own stories. I created Peter's fairy tales in English. Yes, people, this kind of fairy tales I created myself in English, and I used only uh, AI chatbots like translators, but I only for words, not for everything. And the first podcast of my the first episodes of my Peter's English podcasts are about my Peter's fairy tales in English. You can read it, you can discover it. And you can laugh at it from at me because it's my start. But the main thing was that I wanted to practice my writing skills in English, and I did it. But then I realized, Peter, you have to you have to practice. You cannot only read. You cannot be your episode of your podcast cannot be prepared the whole time. And I did it. I added new kind of episodes, and now I have three types of episodes. The first is picture in picture storytelling episodes about various universe. The second the second kind of episodes are picture in picture mode episode learn English with Peter with the help of study and learn mode of Microsoft Copilot. And the third kind of episodes are Peter's Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. And this kind of Ramble episodes are only about surviving 1 hour in English without any kind of preparation. And this is not my first Peter's Sunday 1 hour Ramble episode. But now I feel perfect because now I feel more happy, and I'm not so nervous, and I simply can talk and talk and talk because I'm looking at myself on my OBS record screen without any kind of problems. And with this new podcast studio, I'm feeling like real podcaster, like my hero, Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast. And I can continue. Yes, I can continue about the history of my Peter's English podcast. That I added this kind of episodes, and the start was very perfect, was very funny. I started to record only audio episode I only started my audio podcast with my phone because I thought, Peter, you can start your podcast episode, you can practice your English, you need only your phone. And I did it. I created first 12 episodes that are rubbish, but it was my first episodes, and you can enjoy the storytelling episode with one preparation. And yes, I know it's a mess, but you can laugh at it because yes, it's the part of the fun. I like humor and fun, as you know, and you can simply try it. And then I asked ChatGPT, yes, because I started my first I was ChatGPT, and it explained me, Peter, you have to buy professional podcast studio if you want to do your podcast. And I did it. I bought my first microphone was condenser microphone, Blue Yeti. And because didn't know the difference between condenser, I dynamic like today, and I didn't ask about it because I didn't have a clue. I didn't have an idea about it. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't have an idea about it, and but I did it. I bought my new my first mic, and I used Audacity on my very old laptop that was very old. And what I do, I asked a ChatGPT, and he helped me. And because I wanted to buy new, modern, fast laptop with more of RAM, with SSD, and with the last processor and good GPU. And I did it. I decided that the best idea for my podcast is to buying expensive gaming monitor, gaming laptop, not for playing games. I decided to buy it because the quality is excellent of my gaming not laptop, because it was produced for gaming. The cooling is perfect, and it has perfect GP gaming GPU. It has a lot of RAM, and it's fast thanks to SSD. and my laptop is the best podcast studio. Uh, is the is the best podcast studio, and I use it. Uh, and I did it. Then I continued as my podcast continued like audio podcast with professional microphone and with my gaming uh, laptop Asus TUF 1000, and it was great. But I decided, Peter, your dream is to create a video podcast. Yes, you wanted to have your own TV show, your own TV, and I did it. I bought my new my new my webcam Logitech MX Brio MX Brio 4K. Yes, now I know the title of it, and I connect it, and I use the help of AI chatbots, and they explain me how that I have to use OBS Studio because it's free, and I learned how to use it, and I use the help of AI chatbots for learning how to use OBS Studio and how to install it, and it's a very good helper. I mean, AI chatbots are very good helpers, and I simply like to use them, and I recommend you to use them too because you can use them for learning English, and they can help you, but you have to always check the internet, the truth from internet, because it can tell you something that is not true. And okay, I've only looked another direction, but okay, I don't want to escape. Don't worry, I don't want to escape. Now let's continue. I've been streaming for 46, 47 minutes, perfect. And then what I did, that I bought this webcam, and I learned how to use OBS Studio. And but I then I realized that that I do my live streams in the low resolution. Copilot called it potato mode because I everything kept on custom, and the custom means low resolution. and and I was shouting at you because the gain of my condenser mic Logitech Blue Yeti was very strong, and I was shouting at you. But okay, I asked Microsoft Copilot, you can use another type of AI chatbot. Of course, it's a free ad because I wanted to only explain you what Peter is using, what I'm using, and I can tell you it was a very good idea to use the help of AI chatbots because I learned how to use OBS Studio, and I continued, and but until now, and because I realized that I need the because realized and discovered that I need my dynamic mic. Yes, I bought a lot of I bought it for a lot of money, but it I think it was a very good idea because I have a stable studio, and the dynamic microphone is not so sensitive like condenser, and I'm very happy for it. And well, I can continue. Yes, and I found, and yes, not I haven't found it, but ChatGPT found it that Peter used Spotify for creators because it's a free podcast, it's free audio and video hosting for your podcast, and I did it. I use it, and I'm using it until now because it's free. That's the main reason. But you can use another podcast hosting studios. It's your choice. It's not my choice. It's your choice. And this is the whole history of Peter's English podcast. And we can continue to something else. What else? Yes, people, that if you want to speak like me, what you have to do? Practice, 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 and practice. And yes, people, the video podcast is good, and in general, why? Because you have thanks to using your own English podcast that can be about everything, you can practice your speaking skills in English. You can communicate with the whole world. You can connect with everyone in the world. You can create your own community of people. You can find new friends, and it's a very good hobby. Learning English is for me a very good hobby. I like it, and it's great. I've been streaming for 50 minutes now. Okay, I can continue, and I can tell you my favorite English podcast that I want to do it by usual free ad because my favorite English podcasts are free. That and why you have to learn English? Because thanks to learning English, you can enjoy the big world of English content. The whole internet is in English. You can enjoy movies and English. You can enjoy movies and series in English. You can enjoy a big world of English podcasts and audiobooks in English. You can create your own English podcast that you can use for practicing your English and have fun, because thanks to practicing, you can speak English properly, fluently, without problems. But don't be scared if you do grammar mistakes. Just laugh at it. Don't care what other people are saying about you. It's your business. It's your thing. You don't need to explain someone why do you like doing your podcast and so on. Don't tell. Don't care. And people, I want to explain you again that it's my thing. You cannot stop me. I like learning English. I like doing my podcast, and I like to write my novel, Vera the Vampire Diary. And what else? What I wanted to tell you? Yes, what I don't know now. I totally forgot. But who cares? Yes, I wanted to tell you my favorite English podcast. The first is I listen to free my free favorite English podcast. The first is Luke's English podcast. It's a British English podcast. You can thanks to Luke's English podcast, you can listen to natural British English how it's spoken with Luke's humor and fun, because Luke Dobson is an English teacher, a stand-up comedian from London. He lives in Paris with his wife, and he is perfect. He's funny, and you can listen to natural British English. And Luke's episodes are about his rambling, about his storytelling episodes. There are the type of episodes where he reads the stories in English, or you have to listen to natural British English conversations between his friends or his family. Every episode has at least 60 minutes, and I recommend you can listen to. You can pay for LEP Premium. It's about serious Luke's teaching, and Luke is great English teacher, and you have to listen to it, follow him, support him. It is great. He's my hero. Hi Luke, thank you for your great job. Now we can continue. The second one is All This English podcast, and it's American English podcast about American English and American future. There are two hosts, Lindsay and Michelle. Hi girls, your podcast is great. I'm your big fan, and you can listen to natural American English how it's spoken. And the third one is Speak English podcast now with Georgiana. Georgiana has her podcast is about American English and culture. Simply listen to it; it's great. But you can find another English podcast. There are a lot, big army of English podcasts that you can use. And for Slovak learners from Slovakia and Czechia, you can visit jazykoinventory.sk and vyukaonline.cz, because you can learn how to learn English. You can use the free videos, or you can support English learning platform from Slovakia and Czechia, and you can learn English, because this is the main goal of these English learning platforms. And what else? I think I'm be streaming for 54 minutes without problem, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like the moderator in the radio, and it's great. This feeling is very great. I simply like to do it in English. And yes, I have to. The first thing is, this is a very good topic. The first thing is you have to listen a lot. This is the first thing. You have to practicing your listening skills. Listen to my favorite English podcast. They can really help you. The second thing is you have to practice your speaking skills. You have to speak a lot, talk, and you have to think in English. This is very important. Think in English the whole time, and speak in English the whole time. You don't need to create your own, not this podcast. You not buy. Yeah, my was created. You can create your own English podcast, but you don't need to do it. But I recommend you to do it because it's funny. it can be funny, and you can simply be successful. Who knows what? Thanks to our own English podcast, you can change you can do something that you like. It can be your hobby, like in my opinion, like for me is. And yes, about listening, you have to how to can you listen? You can simply listen to and relax. But I recommend you people, you don't need only relax. You can work at home, and while are you listening, and that's great. You can simply you have to do it. You have to do it, and it's great for your English. And you can do it the whole time. You don't need to find the time free time for listening. Simply listen to while you are doing something. Use your headphones and perfect. I'm doing it from the since August 2023 until now, and you can see the difference. And learning English is for everyone. As my jingle, my slogan means, yes, it's really true, but you have to start. You have to practice, practice, and practice. Learning English is about practice and having fun with it, like I have, and it works perfectly. Improve my English. My English now is maybe C1. Yes, I don't know everything. It's normal, but learning English is as as Luke Thompson said. Learning English, or I don't know who said it, but learning English is not a sprint. Is a marathon. It can be your hobby for your life, for your whole life, and it's true. It's funny to do it. I like to do it. You can use your English everywhere, and you can have better paid job. You can enjoy uh, English content, the big world of English content. You can meet new people, you can find new friends, you can meet everything. And that's great. Okay, I've been streaming for 57 minutes, but people don't use apps. Only apps. There are like Duolingo. They cannot teach you something, because, for example, I used Duolingo in my during my first year, and it's about American English. It's not about British English or other types on or other kinds of English. It's not. I improve my English thanks to listening. Thanks to listening my favorite English podcast, like Luke's English podcast, Ollie's English, and Speaking English podcast now with Georgiana. Thanks to practicing my English, thanks to thinking in English, and thanks to my uh, English lessons with my English teacher. Hi, my English teacher. Thank you for a great job. Thank you. I like your English lesson a lot. And yes, I'm paying for my own English lesson with my English teacher, and you can see the difference. But remember, people, remember one thing: one lesson per week is not enough. You have to do yourself. You have to practice a lot, and simply create your own English podcast and practice your English like me. It's funny. Yes, you don't need to pay for this stuff if you don't want. You can simply use your phone only. It's not a problem today. Simply do it, and if you can see that it's your hobby, that you like it, like myself, and you can see that this hobby is great for everyone, not only for myself. You can simply improve your English and use it, and change your life and the life of your children forever, because we found English. Yes, you don't need a driver license or another shit, but you need English for socializing, for working, and so on. Without English, you cannot live today. English is the world number one language of the planet Earth. Yes, you can learn another languages, but English is the most important language at all, because English is the worldwide, is the most important language, is the language of the internet, is the language of the business, is the language of the world, and everyone learns English, and thanks to learning English you can change your life forever. Okay, people, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great now, because I've been speaking for 1 hour without any problems, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy because yes, people. And last thing, before the end, simply During your live streams, watch it yourself. You don't need to do it, but it for me works because it improves my it's a boost for me. Yes, it's a boost for me, and you can use it too if you do your live stream. Oh, I'll be streaming for 1 hour. Okay. For last thing, I want to read you my slogan again. Learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone, and it's true. Okay, people, it's the end of this live stream. I did it again, and thanks to my new podcast studio 3.0 of the new generation, I improved my English, I improved my live streams, I improved my podcast, and I'm proud of myself that I did it because it was a very good idea. I'm feeling like real podcaster, like moderator in the radio, and it's great feeling. It's great feeling. And I've been streaming for 1 hour. Okay, people, thank you for your following. Thank you for your thank you for following. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your listening. Follow me everywhere. Read my novel, Weird Vampire Diary, and you can write positive comments because other type of comments can be deleted and blocked of me. And in the end, I want to tell you that I want to connect with people like me who like learning English, who are podcasters like me who have their own English podcast and novel for learning English. And you have to be, if you want to do live streams that together with me as my guest, and you have to be English learner like me because I want to connect with people like me. I don't want to connect with people who don't care about me and who are having fun, who are doing fun of me because I'm doing this podcast. No, you cannot do it. Okay, people, that's it. I've been streaming for 1 hour, 2 minutes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I want to tell you, bye bye.